Hello, good morning students. So in previous classes we have discussed about the characteristics of occurrence of a chemical reaction. The four characteristics we have discussed. So the first characteristics we have discussed is evolution of gas, which says that chemical reaction which takes place with the evolution of gas is one characteristics. Now this reaction, you can see the first reaction which is given over here is when zinc reacts with sulfuric acid, zinc sulfate is formed and hydrogen gas is released. So in this reaction, hydrogen gas released. So this reaction is characteristics of evolution of gas. Now here also we have discussed that effervescence, like if rapidly evolution of gas occurs in any chemical reaction, then it is called effervescence. In the second example we have discussed sodium carbonate with hydrochloric acid. Both combines and form sodium chloride plus water plus carbon dioxide gas. So here also carbon dioxide gas released. So this is one of the example of evolution of gas. Now this third reaction, as you can see here, ammonium chloride. This ammonium chloride, if you heat ammonium chloride, ammonia gas released plus hydrochloric acid will be there. So pungent smell, ammonia gas. So this ammonia gas has pungent smell. Now we have discussed this change of color. So go through it. Then we have discussed change of smell. One more thing we have discussed in evolution of gas, which I'm showing you over here, is you see besides hydrogen gas, you see just near that I marked an arrow pointing upside. This arrow means evolution of gas occurs. So if in any chemical reaction you see this type of arrow showing upside, pointing upside, then that means what? That in that chemical reaction, that particular reaction, the evolution of gas takes place. Okay, now let's move. Formation of precipitate also we have discussed. So today we will discuss energy change. Okay, so you see energy change. During a chemical change, energy is either evolved or absorbed. So in any chemical reaction or in any chemical change also we can say energy sometimes evolved or sometimes absorbed. The energy evolved or absorbed may be in the form of, in which form these energy will evolved or absorbed? In the form of heat, light, electricity or sound. Suppose one example is given, like when coal or carbon is burnt, heat and light are produced. You see carbon is what? Carbon is a coal. Coal contains carbon. Now this, if we burn carbon, so every time when we burn carbon or coal, we write plus O2 because we know that anything burns in presence of oxygen. So carbon burns in presence of oxygen. C plus O2 will form carbon dioxide along with heat and light are produced. So in this reaction, heat and light are evolved. Heat and light are evolved in the following reactions also. See, more reactions are given where heat and light are produced. So the first reaction during the burning of a candle. So if you burn a candle, you need to know that during the burning of candle, heat and light are produced. As you can see also in your home by burning a candle. Now during the burning of LPG, that is liquefied petroleum gas. Okay, during the burning of LPG also, you can see that heat and light are produced. As you can see, it burns with light. The second example you see, when a small quantity of water is added to quicklime, a large amount of heat is evolved. Quicklime means what? Calcium oxide, CaO. Now you have to add water into it, into quicklime. So if you add water into quicklime, slaked lime formed, that is calcium hydroxide, along with heat. So in this reaction, heat is evolved. Now turn the page. In this reaction also, that is hydrochloric acid plus sodium hydroxide, if you mix these two, what will form? That is sodium chloride plus water plus heat is formed. That means heat is evolved during this chemical reaction. Actually, aqueous means what? Aqueous comes from word aqua, meaning water. So HCl contains water. That is the meaning of aqueous. NaOH aqueous means sodium hydroxide is also the liquid sodium hydroxide or base sodium hydroxide is present along with water is added in this sodium hydroxide solution. Sodium hydroxide base. So aqueous meaning nothing but addition of water in the particular acid or base. So you can see there the heat is evolved. Now you see the next example, that is calcium carbonate, which we call, the common name of calcium carbonate is limestone. So if you see this limestone, if you supply heat to it, quicklime, that is calcium oxide is formed and carbon dioxide gas released. Now you see this reaction takes place when lime is added to water for preparing the lime suspension for whitewashing. So this reaction is we used for preparation of lime suspension, which we use for whitewashing. So this reaction is important, you should remember, like limestone plus heat, it will give quicklime, that is lime plus carbon dioxide gas released. Limestone is burnt to obtain lime. In this reaction, heat is absorbed. Now this limestone is burnt to obtain lime. You see, in this reaction, heat is absorbed. So in this reaction, heat is absorbed, and in the reaction HCl plus NaOH, heat is evolved. So this is all about, in any chemical change, heat is either evolved or absorbed. Okay. So this is all about change of energy. Now we will move to change of state. You see, change of state. In certain reaction, physical state of products is different from that of the reactants. That means what? In any chemical not in any, but in some particular reaction, the physical state of products is different from that of the reactant. Now you see the example. By example, the statement will get clear to you. See the example. Hydrogen. When a mixture, you first read the statement. When a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen is ignited with an electric spark at room temperature, liquid water is formed. Now you see, this 2H2 plus O2 is ignited with electric spark at room temperature. Then liquid water is formed. So you'd see this one, H2 plus O2, hydrogen gas plus oxygen gas, electric spark, that is at room temperature, it formed water. So the physical state is different products. in the reactant side, the physical state is gaseous, and in the product side, it is liquid. So the physical state is different of products or reactants. The second example you see, when ammonia, that is NH3 gas, is allowed to come in contact with hydrogen chloride gas, that is HCl, sodium sorry, solid ammonium chloride is obtained. You see NH3, that is ammonia, plus HCl, it is gaseous in nature, HCl hydrogen chloride, HCl. At room temperature, you see NH4Cl is formed, which is solid state. So in the reactant side, you see gaseous form, and in the product side, solid form. So the physical state of product is different from that of the reactants. If we write under bracket small g, that means gaseous state. The substance or whatever the reactants are there, it is of gaseous state. And L, liquid. What about S, solid state. So this is all about change of state. So far we have studied, or we have discussed, the change of one or more substances into other substances having different compositions and different properties is called a chemical reactions. Right? The change of one or more substances into other having different composition and different properties is called a chemical reaction. Then the condition that favor a chemical reaction, what are the conditions? First, contact. Second, solution. Then heat, light, electricity. Like in this example, electric spark, we have given supplied electricity, pressure, and catalyst. Then we have studied, in my first video, we have discussed the metabolic reactions in our body are catalyzed by enzymes. Enzymes are also known as biocatalysts. Okay. Then a chemical reaction is characterized by the evolution of gas, change in color, formation of precipitate, energy change, and change in state. So all the reactions which we have discussed, these are important. You should write it in a fair copy. All the reaction you should write it in a fair copy and practice. So okay, read the chapter well. We will discuss the next coming topic, chemical equation, in the next class. So if you have any query, you comment in the comment box. Thank you.